Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm here, I'm going to have a go at the hashtag PT Tag Club, Ashley's open collaboration to decorate or create a tag using prompts. The prompts this month were irregular and peaceful. So I've picked what I personally class as a peaceful picture. It's a free to use photograph that I have downloaded from the internet, and I'm going to stick my template, well it's not a template because I've got the template to the right. I use the template to cut this out of card and I'm going to stick that on here. So, and then I will cut it out because I want quite a thick sturdy background for this, if it will work. Let me just get rid of that glue. So what I will do is I'm going to glue up this side of the tag, and then I'm going to hold, you won't be able to see me do this, I'm going to hold my photograph up to the light, and then I'll be able to see exactly where I want this to go on the underside. Okay, because I want to kind of line it up so that the sun is in the middle and it's kind of square on. It doesn't have to be exact, but something like that, I think. Okay, I'm just going to put some lines on there just in case I move that, because I know what I'm like. Once that's dried a bit, I'm going to cut it out, and then I'll come back because I've got some other bits I want to do to it. Right, that is cut out. It's not dry, obviously, because you know me and my lack of patience. So I will leave it to dry in a minute. Just going to say, I was trying to be fairly economic with the printing. I wanted it big enough that I had an option of where to place the card on the back, but I didn't print the whole photo. I chopped it down anyway. And I've got these two little bits left, and those are going straight into my collage box so that they're there for if I need to do a collage. And the other thing I'm going to do is very briefly just go round the outside with a little black soot, and then I'm leaving that to dry because I need it dry for the next stage. Okay, so I'm back. My tag hopefully is dry enough to use and sturdy enough to use. This is the peaceful part of my tag, and the irregular is going to come from hopefully a crackle glaze that's going to go on. So I'm going to put on the base coat and then a top coat of craquelure. I don't know how you say it, but it works really well. I love this stuff. I've been using it this week to make, oh, I'll show you perhaps at the end, to make some vases and things. So we're just going to put quite a thick coat of the base coat on, and then we're going to leave that to dry. Now it says, I forgot what it says, something like 10 to 15 minutes or something. There's no way does it ever dry, but if I leave it ages, oops, got my long paintbrushes again, it still doesn't dry, but it's quite tacky. So I don't know if that is as dry as it gets, but I will just leave that. And once it is sort of tacky, once you put the top coat on, it gets rid of all the stickiness and it's absolutely fine. So I'm just going to leave it, I don't know if the brush strokes matter too much. Just want quite a thick coat of it. I'll just leave it like that, I think. Right, so that needs to dry, or dry a bit, and then I'll come back and put the top coat on. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. It's tacky, it's not wet, and I'm going to go on with the top coat. So I'm just going to cover it with this and then leave it to dry, and hopefully it will work its magic. Make sure it's all covered, which I think it is. And that's it. I'm just going to leave that and come back to it. Right, this seems to have dried nicely. I don't know whether or not you can see the crackle effect on there or not, but it is there. And I'm just going to find the right brush. There it is. And my black charcoal. And I'm going to rub the charcoal into the cracks. And hopefully you will see the irregular cracking before your very eyes. There we go, let's just, oops, brush the excess back into the pot. I don't think it's worth trying to get that bit back in because it won't go, so it'll just go everywhere else and be more messy. Right, so there we've got the tag. I'm going to get a wet wipe, I think, but a damp cloth would work. This might be a bit too damp. Anyway, it is quite damp. It's coming to the end of the pack, I think. I'm just going to clean off the surface. You can see there's still quite a bit of the charcoal on there. There we go, and that is going to be my crackle tag. Now I need to cut a hole in the back. I'll tell you what, let me get my crocodile. I think that's on hand. I'll use the big hole. There we go. And I think what I will do is just cover that surface with a coat of some clear varnish. I think that's what I'll do, and then that will be done. I'll just put probably a ribbon or something in it, and that's all I'm going to do. So I need to stir. There's my little stirry stick. Stir my varnish up, and I'm just going to give it one coat, and that will just help it. It will look glossier, and it will help it to keep the mica in. I have just spilt that everywhere. Let's clean that up. Right, let's give it a quick coat, and then what we could do with is something to rest it on. Would that do? Yes, that will do. Right, I'm probably going to hit the phone with my paintbrush. We'll see. I mean, this is only it's only a tag. It's not like it's got to be weatherproof or anything. Or heat proof or anything like that. I am just going to do a very light coat, I think, and that's literally my tag. And when it's dry, this takes a little bit longer to dry, but when it's dry, I will just put a ribbon in and pop it in my book with the others. I'm getting my book's getting really, really chunky now, so I might have to start a new one, a new album. Anyway, there's my tag. Let me move that carefully out the way, because then I'll show you the other things that I've been playing with this week. I might have to come up a little bit, we'll see. So I did a bit of decoupage. So this was a terracotta plant pot, as you can see. mean, it's still a terracotta plant pot, but I don't know if you can see the cracks on it. But I use the there you go, the crackle paste over a napkin, which I decoupaged onto it, which I'm really quite pleased with, that one. Then there is this one, which was just a pickle jar. And I'm going to give this probably to my mum because I used the same napkin on another one that she has, and she uses it for to put flowers in. Just a small, like a small, I don't even think I've got anything a similar size to show you, but just a small, what was a, I don't know, it must have been like a sauce pot or something. Anyway, that one, I love that one as well. And then I have this one, which was, my daughter's been drinking, I don't know what they are, like Starbucks chilled coffees or something like that. And she has these bottles, and I'm saying, oh, I'll keep grabbing them out of her bag to use. But look, that's, if you can see the crackle, they've all got crackle paste on. Different napkins, that's all. This is glass. Same goes for this one here. Pretty napkin. I do love the crackle effect. And I also used, I don't know what this was, I think it might be like a chutney jar or something, but same napkin as the last one. Just, I like, you know, upcycling, instead of chucking that in recycling. And then you could put flowers in that or whatever you like. Anyway, just thought I'd share those while I was talking about crackle paste. So thank you for watching, stay safe and well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.